Hey there, Stampers. Happy Friday. Today we are going to create a fun birthday card using the Hey Birthday Chick bundle, which is a new bundle from Stampin' Up! That just released as a bundle February 2nd, but we'll share more about that in a minute. My name is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Alberta, Canada, and every Friday at 11 a.m. I go live with a fun crafting project. All right, so before I get started, I actually remembered. I remembered to draw for, well, this was a couple weeks ago, the project that I created using a touch of ink. I created both of these, and Shara Petch is the lucky winner. She likely isn't on right now because she's probably teaching, but Shara, if you're watching the replay, let me know which one of these cards you'd like and I'll pop it in the mail for you. All right. Good morning, Janie and Shirley and Kim. Welcome. All right. Okay, so like I said, we are going to play with the Hey Birthday Chick. This is one of the two bundles that were released on February 2nd. The other one is the Hey Chick bundle, which you guys probably can't see. The picture's not great on this flyer, but it is the Hey Chick stamp set, which was a celebration set back in 2017. So many of you likely still have it in your collection, but now there are coordinating dies. They're called the Chick dies, and both these two, they're meant to complement one another. So they go together really, really nicely. I only purchased this one, and I no longer had this set, but because I worked with it in the past, I thought, no, I'm not gonna buy it again. But if you guys have it, it might be a great idea to pick up the dies that coordinate with it, because then you can make it even more versatile, right? And like I said, these two complement each other really, really well. Based on, like, I would love some of these other images. Like, I'd love the little corn stalk and the little chicken coop and the little sign. Like, there's some really cute dies in there. But anyways, it is what it is, right? Okay, so we are gonna play with this and we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning, Mary Liz and Shauna and Joy and Sheila and Susan. Good morning, good morning. All right, so I've got some pieces here. I'm gonna leave my envelope because last time I forgot to stamp my envelope. Okay, so we're using a white card base. This is our thick white cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So just a standard size card base today. And I'm just gonna use my bone folder, make it nice and crisp, and then we'll set that aside. And then I've got a scrap piece of white for stamping on. I've also got another piece of white that measures 3.5 by 4.5, and a piece of Mango Melody that measures 3 5/8 by 4 5/8. These are going to mat on top of each other, but I want to do something to this before I mat it. So when we bring in our die cutting machine, I'll pull that back out. And then I've also got some scraps of Real Red, Crumb Cake, and Daffodil. So those are the pieces that I'm going to work with. So these pieces I'm going to set aside for when I bring in my die cutting machine. We're going to do our stamping first, or some of our stamping first. Okay, so I'm going to pull in this image, and I'm going to use this little rooster with the cupcake and this cute little chick that's bursting out of his shell. Okay, and we'll do some memento ink. Happy Friday to you too, Carol. Good morning. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Marge. All right. What day is my day? What, my birthday? My birthday is tomorrow. Okay, so we're gonna stamp this guy here. It doesn't matter where I stamp him on here because he's going to get cut out. And then we're also going to do this little guy. And there we go. Okay. Now we're going to color them in. And I'm going to use a combination of colors here. Now, if you guys are part of my VIP group, you guys saw me use exactly the same colors on Wednesday evening when I did my Facebook Live. So I'm using Crumb Cake Blends, Real Red, Daffodil Delight, and Mango Melody. So I'm going to use dark mango for their beaks and their feet to start off with. And I'll come back and use some more dark mango melody in a bit. These things don't need to be blended. They're just really small things to color in, so I'm not going to bother blending them, but there are bits and pieces on here that I will want to blend. Happy Friday to you too, and thank you for the birthday wishes, Shirley. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to take a bit of dark Real Red and just go down the side of the hat, and then I'm going to add a little bit of red just kind of at the roots of the rooster's hair. I know it's not called hair, but we're just going to call it hair. All right, and then I'll fill it in with the light. And then finish coloring in the rest of the hair. So what has everybody been up to? Here in Alberta, we are going through we've been pretty lucky weather-wise this winter, but we are beginning a polar vortex. And I just opened the door. I haven't left the house in a few days. I just opened the door to put something in the mailbox, and holy man, is it cold outside. So what's the weather like where you guys are? I know many of you are local to me, but if you're not, like Anne, where you are somewhere in the States, I'm forgetting, I can't remember to where now. What is it like where you are? What's the weather like? Okay, so I've got his hair colored in, and now I'm going to take the dark Real Red, I'm going to do the tips of his tail. And then color in the rest. Yes, tomorrow is my birthday, Carol. Good morning, Amy. All right, so now I'm going to color in the rest of his tail with the light red. And now I'm going to bring in some of that dark mango again. And I'm going to go a little bit here and just blend it a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit where the wing is, and then down here where these little details are, and then just a little bit really close to where the hairline is there. Okay, and now I'm going to take my dark daffodil, and I'm going to go over it again and go around the edges. I find that the fine tip of my mango is really dark, but the brush tip is not quite as dark. I probably should have used the fine tip. Okay, and now I'll color in the rest with light daffodil. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Oh, Kim says it's 17 degrees. And is that, you do Fahrenheit, right? Because Kim, you're in the States, right? Okay, so I'm going around the edges. I'm starting on the outside and kind of blending the color in. And I am going to leave a little bit of white. There we go. Okay, so he's all colored. Now I'm going to take my dark mango again, and I'm going to go around the edges. So you'll see the difference here. See how it's so much more orange than when I use the brush tip on the dark for the rooster. So I'm just going around the edges here and just a little bit of detail on the little chick's wings. And then I'm going to come in and color with, I think I'm going to do light daffodil. I might go back and soften the edges just a little bit with some dark. Let's finish coloring this guy in. Okay, let's bring in just a touch of dark here. It's light, dark daffodil. Just to blend this just a little bit better. And we'll color in the flame as well. And I'm gonna do the candle, let's do it in red. Colorado, okay, Fahrenheit. So, yeah, so you've got some cool weather as well. Thanks for all the birthday wishes, guys. All right, now I'm gonna take some crumb cake, and I'm using the dark crumb cake, and then some light. Okay, so now I've got them all colored in. I'll just bring it so it's a little bit closer so you guys can see. Super cute. I love this guy. He's so fun. Okay, so now we are going to bring in the die cutting machine because we've got lots of cutting to do. I'm just going to make some room here. All right. And we'll bring in my magnetic platform. Okay, so we're going to see what we can fit on here. Make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so there is a coordinating die for this guy. And there's a coordinating die for this cute little chick. No, we're gonna have to do him separately. Okay, we'll come back to that. All right, and then there is this die. At first, I did not know what this is, but I do now. So we're gonna cut that out of red, and we're going to cut out of yellow. We're gonna cut this sweet little chick. What else can we fit on here? We can fit a bit of crumb cake on here, and we're gonna do this little sack of bird seed. Or maybe it's a potato sack, who knows? Whatever you want it to be. Oh, your neighbor had one of these? Oh, how fun. These crazy haired chickens or roosters or whatever they are, they're so fun. Okay, we're gonna keep that on there. What else do we need? Okay, look at the detail on this. Just a sec. Let me put these away so that I don't lose them. Look at the detail on that. Like, it's got the stitching around where the label would be. It's got like little hashtag marks. It's even got little marks in the corners. I love all the little extras. Okay, so we're gonna need this guy again. All right, so this is what this looks like. And I had no idea what it was at first. Okay, so we need to cut one of these from yellow as well. And look at this sweet little chick. So cute. All right, so we need to keep the yellow here. And we need to cut our little chicken breaking out of the egg. Okay, let's do those, and then we'll do that last one more pass through with one of the other dies. Oh, you've got lots of people you know who have birthdays tomorrow, Joy. I really need to replace my bottom mat. It's so marked up. Everything is getting stuck to it. Okay, let's see if I can pick this up. There we go. Okay, and then this guy, I'm going to take it and I'm going to use this little die, and I'm going to use it in a couple places. So right about there, I'll pass it through and I'll show you guys what it looks like after we've done it. Okay, and then I'm going to just move it over just a little bit and pass it through again. Okay, I think we've done all of our die cutting now. Let's just set this aside, get this out of the way. All right, now let me just brush this off on my pants. So see, it gives you like the little markings of, so it makes it look like they're standing on like some hay or something. I love it. It's so cute. And the spaces in between are enough that you can actually see just a hint of color in behind when you put a mat on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll adhere these two. Actually, let's stamp it first. I want to stamp a greeting on here. So I'm just going to kind of position where I want my little things here. So these are actually streamers. So they're going to go like that, but I want to position it so that I can work on my greeting. So what I want to do is, this says happy birthday, and I want it to say happy, happy, happy birthday. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Right marker just in black and ink up the word happy first. And I got to stand up for this. Just give it a huff and stamp it there. I'm going to ink it up again. Give it a huff. And now I'll ink up the whole thing. Make sure it's straight. There we go. All right. Now we can attach it to this guy. So does anybody have any plans for the weekend? What are you guys doing? If you're in Alberta, you're likely staying inside. The weather is so cold, or in Edmonton anyways. I'm not sure what it's like everywhere else. Okay, this guy's going to go on with dimensionals. This is such a sweet set. This is actually also the set that I am using for this month's class in the mail. So afterwards, I will... yeah, I'm making my own birthday card. Yeah, that's right. I will post a link to all the details if you want to check out that. We are making 6 different cards using this sweet bundle. And I need some multi-purpose glue for this. Where is my multi-purpose glue? Oh, here it is. All right, let's stick this guy on first. So you could use the adhesive sheets with this too, because it's so small. The adhesive sheets would work really well. It's been a year, oh my gosh. I'll be thinking of you this weekend, Mary Liz. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And then this guy is going to go like that. So we've got red and yellow streamers. I just love how combining this set with bright, cheerful colors. It's such a fun set. All right, here we go. And then this guy, this little guy is going to go on flat. And like he's standing on that little chicken's back. All right, so cute. This is going to go into the center of our card base. Is anybody else like me and just absolutely loves white card bases? I don't know. I have to force myself to pull out a colored card base or to use a colored card base. I've really been trying, but my go-to is still a white card base. Okay, so the outside is done. Now for the inside, I'm going to stamp this sassy little greeting that says, "You're still a spring chicken." Oh, I'm sorry, Amy. Does she live close by, or is she out of town? This is such a difficult time to be going through things like that. Okay, so now these guys, this is where these guys are going to come into play. I am going to stick this guy on flat. And then this sweet little bird, the wing, you can actually curl it up just a little bit to give it a little bit of dimension. So can you guys see that? How you can curl it up like that? I love it. It's so, this little chick is so cute. And then we're gonna take a piece of a dimensional and this sweet little thing is gonna get popped up. Yes, we're all spring chickens, that's right. Oh, hugs to you, Amy. Okay, so now I'm just trying to decide where to put it. There we go. I don't want to cover up those the little marks on the bag there. And there we go. Okay, so there's our card. We need to do something with the envelope. So let me see what I've got here. Actually, I think I'm going to pull out a scrap. And let's just do a portion of this guy so that we can see maybe his little head and the cupcake. There we go. Okay, a little tip. If you're coloring in your envelope with Stampin' blends, I do suggest that you have a scrap piece of paper. Just want to make sure it fits inside. Okay. And pop it inside because otherwise your blends might go through to the back of your envelope and you don't want that. So now I'm just going to color in just like I did the rest of him. So I'll do his hair in dark. Has anybody else played with this set yet? How many of you still have the Hey Chick set from Celebration years and years and years ago? I'm sure there's quite a few of you, because I know many of you don't get rid of your products like I do. Okay, so and I'm using a really light touch because this is different paper than our cardstock, so sometimes it bleeds out a little bit easier. So I'm using a really, really light touch and really just coloring in with the very, very tip of the brush tip marker. Oh, lots of you guys have it. So how many of you have bought the dies that coordinate with it so that you can make it even more versatile? candle will be red. And let's do the cupcake base. So would you guys like to see a quick peek at the cards that we're doing for this month's class in the mail? Well, I can give you a quick peek of 3 of them. I've only done 3 of them. Laura did the other 3 and I haven't had a chance to make them yet. Things have been a little bit busy in our house. Lots of stuff going on. Okay, dark mango here, just to fill in some of these little areas. And let's do around the edges of the cupcake. Okay, and dark daffodil. Oh, Kim bought the new die. She already had the stamp set. Reg, yes, of course. Reg has an amazing stamp collection. When she meets on our Zoom sessions, you always see behind her her wall of stamps. Okay, so I'm also being careful not to go over it as much as I would on cardstock, just because I know it bleeds out. The more layers of ink that you add, the more it bleeds out. Like, I'd love to blend that just a little bit more, but if I add too much more ink to that, it's just gonna go outside the lines. All right, good morning, Gail. So see, this is why, oh no, no, that didn't go through. So it didn't go through. Oh, it did bleed through a little bit here, but yeah, so you want to be careful. Okay. All right. So there's our card and our coordinating envelope, and then here's the inside. And then I'll give you a quick look at, I'm just going to do a quick pass by of 3 of the 6 cards that we'll be making. One of them is a slimline card. Super, super cute cards. So they feature the True Love DSP, the matte black dots, and the Playful Pets trim from the annual catalog, but they're so bright and colorful and fun. So I will link to the information in the description above if you're watching on Facebook, and below if you're watching on YouTube. All right, so thanks so much for watching. Have a fabulous weekend. I will be back next week in my VIP group on Tuesday. If you're not a VIP member, make sure that you request to join, because I do exclusive Facebook Lives there once a week, and members also get a free tutorial every week as well. And then I'll be back hopefully next Friday. I can't super commit to the daytime because we are awaiting an inspection, so who knows when that will be. So, but my evenings should be good. After 8 o'clock it should be fine. All right, so thanks so much for watching. Have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you next week.